Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing good. Johnny, what's going down? I'll check it out. I can't do it from here, I don't think. Clickety clack. No, I can't do it from StreamYard. I will look at it though. Nick M, what's up, buddy? Tommy, hello. You said you got the little wind thing for the GoPro. I'm curious how that worked out. Hey, teacher, hello. All right, we'll see you, Johnny. I just got done working, spending money, actually. Good to see you, though. Thank you guys for coming through. Find something to play real quick, and I'll be right back. Sorry, I got to do it. It's for my granddaughter.
Oh, three! That was not luck. That was skill. Yo, I'm killing him.
This is the new jam over at Mrs. Little Mossada's house.
What's up, man?
I'm just playing video games with Ryan.
Sweet tea, hello.
Until I get back.
A little lunchtime with Mossada. Nice.
All right, my man.
Came last night. Sweet. I listened to this song 50 times in the last week.
By my side, them troubles, them not trouble me. Many have called, but the chosen is you. Whatever you want, shawty, I give it to you. Your world is my world, and my fight is your fight. And my breath is your breath, and your heart. I know you're my one life, for sure. Let me tell you one time.
Adam, good morning. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you. Yeah, he was young there, right? 20% on 9 a.m. at the mechanic. So what? It's probably 12:30 over there now. That sucks. 20% on your phone, probably 20% on your patients too. I would be. I'd tell that mechanic to hurry the fuck up. You guys are charging me $150,000 an hour. Quit talking. You better be looking under the hood the whole fucking time, and it better be right the first time too. That's what I would be telling him, Adam. God, I can't stand that shit. I actually have a good mechanic now, but I need to go see him here pretty soon. My granddaughter stands in front of the TV. She'll watch that video, and I ain't never seen her do this before. The cartoons is nothing to her. She don't give a shit about cartoons. We'll watch them. Watch the little shows she watches, the Junie and Tony. She's starting to like Scooby-Doo a little bit, which is cool. Although her mom gets mad at me because she has bad dreams about it, but she don't care. She still wants to watch it. But Justin Bieber, she gets up to the television screen, and I can just see it in her eyes. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go already. And she's sitting there dancing and just dancing away. She's only 4. And I already know because my daughter was the same way. As soon as she gets that one friend, my daughter's friend was Nikki. Once my granddaughter gets that one friend, it's over. They're just going to be, it's going to be just repeat again, just like my daughter, which is fine. I mean, it's great, but I can just see it all over again. And my daughter knows it too. So she's going to get paybacks for all of the money and time it took to go to those fucking concerts. But I think she still likes to go see Justin Bieber too. So I don't think he's been touring for a long time. I guess he's coming back next year. Your daughter's 3, Nick? Right on. Yeah. 3 is exhausting, right? I mean, I don't know if you have any other kids, but they say terrible 2s. It's actually terrible 3s. It's the 3-nager that is the most. I don't know. Is it if you have? You have a girl? Yeah, yeah. That was a little rough for on my daughter. My granddaughter being 3. She's still a little sassy. We went to the zoo yesterday, and she had to get it talking to a few times. No, I don't want to. She wants to walk. We brought the stroller because the zoo is like an entire hill. So it'd just be easier. She didn't want that till the very end, which was fine. I want to go here. I want to go there. No, there's no monkeys. No, there's no this. She's just a handful. We had a great time at the zoo yesterday, though. It was cool. We've seen some weird-ass fish called, have you ever heard of I think it's called a bowmouth or bowmoth, guitar fish. Let's see here. This thing. The Rihanna ankylostomona, also known as the bowmouth guitarfish. It's a shark ray or mud skate. That's an interesting looking fish. And it's so expensive to go to the damn zoo too. My God. Is it safe, that fish? I don't know. It looks prehistoric, right? Yeah, I had never seen one before. They just got it. It's pretty cool looking. Cruise around. They had some lady in there that was and I'm a nerd. Don't get me talking about sharks. I actually have a shark shirt that I wear for my granddaughter. It's got like 30 different sharks on it. That one's not on there. So she started telling me all about it. And it is prehistoric, actually, that thing. Nobody knows what it is. Everybody that walked in there like, what is that? What is that? It's pretty cool, though. What else did they have? They had some other, I can't remember the name of it, but they had some other fish that was on the ground. And it looked like a rock bed or like stained glass. It was crazy looking. I didn't even know it was there until she pointed it out. I was like, oh shit. Big ass fish just completely camouflaged on the ground. It's pretty cool. All right, let me get back to but yeah, I guess Justin Bieber is coming to, I don't know, let me look this up. I don't even know if it's official yet. No official tour scheduled. Yeah. But he is heavily rumored to be starting a world tour for 2026, 2027. So but it's only supposed to be like a few places. It's just amazing that he just don't perform, but he's still one of the most popular. I think he was the most highest paid performer at Coachella of all time. Like $10 million or something to sit there with his laptop. Crazy. All right. What do we got? That's yesterday. Just a whole bunch of nonsense. Grateful, hello. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just gonna bitch. I've been in the mood to just fucking bitch lately because I'm just fucking spending money left and right. Finally, well, it's not quite over yet, but because the farmers market's getting ready to start, it is so expensive to get that thing off the ground. I had to pay $300 for insurance and $315 for the health department permit. I ordered $180 worth of huckleberries yesterday. They come today. They'll be here in the next hour or so. All the cups, the sugar, the straws, the lemons. I mean, it just does not stop. Made 25 Dubai bars yesterday. The zoo was good. The zoo was a lot of fun. We didn't get to see all the animals, but we've seen most of them. We went to both aquariums. We've seen the tigers. Looks like it's some type of aardvark. The monkeys. The wolf was out. What else did we see? The elephants are gone. I think the elephant died or something. We're going to put something else in there. We didn't make it down. There's polar bears, but we didn't make it down to see the polar bears. It's that zoo that we go to. It's literally it's built on a hill. It's crazy. They didn't used to have it like that, but the way they have it now, because they built an amphitheater, but it's like the whole zoo is a hill. So you get down to the polar bears, and you got a mile to walk up the hill now to get back. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the zoo. I just went because they wanted to go. A bunch of tranquilized up. There's a couple of better places here than the zoo that the next place we're going to go to. They've already been is Northwest Trek, where you go out there, you walk around, and there's deer that are just like roaming free that will come up. You can pet them. Then you get on a tram and you go out and see like the fucking bison, and it's been years since I've been out there, so I have no idea what's out there now. That's a lot of fun. And then the Olympic Game Farm Park and swim. You just drive your car through there. You can feed bears with bread, and they got all kinds of cool cats out there. Bears and shit. Bears, cats. I don't remember what else they have out there. Zoos are sad and a lot. Yeah, they are. Yeah. And then you look at the people that work there now, too. It's like, good God, what do you guys fucking know about animals? A bunch of woke libtards at this zoo. The animals are probably asked if they're, comfortable being caged with other males or females, or who knows what's going on there. But we'll get into it here with the X-Files. There's not a whole lot. It's just the same old bullshit. Basically, I did a YouTube description today. I asked AI to do it for me for like SEO. So there's like lots of hashtags. I did it for TPUSA. And I've been saying that TPUSA, which is Erica Kirk, it used to be Charlie Kirk. They killed him so they could take over the company. But now it's Erica Kirk, Andrew Colvett, Blake Neff, and the list goes on and on. Mikey McCoy, Josh Hammer, Rob McCoy. I don't know if you guys know who all these people are, but they've taken over. They've hijacked everything. They do all the talking for religion. They do all the talking for education, and they do all the talking for politics now, for whatever reason. They literally just hijacked the entire system. They've hijacked all the system. Now we're just supposed to accept, like if you're a Republican, you need to listen to Andrew Colbeck or Erica Kirk. They run the show now. So I don't know how that happened, but that's just kind of what it is. And people like this clown, Steven Crowder, I'm not going to play this whole video. We don't even need the sound. You could just tell he's crying on there. Another hand talker talks with his hands and his eyes are wide open because he has to convince you. He doesn't even believe what he's saying. But he's trying to say that people are saying that the White House shooting was staged, which it could have been. Who knows? It could have been real. It could have been staged. They could have MK Ultra'd that guy into doing that. Who knows what the situation really is? But this guy is pissed off because people are saying Carolyn Levitt was involved in it because she went on stage, and I played the video where she was interviewed before the ceremony, and she goes, "Shots will be fired tonight." Just kind of a coincidental prediction, and then I don't even really know if there was shots. I guess there was shots fired. It was but the guy lived. So to this dumbass Steven Crowder, nobody is saying that Carolyn Levitt predicted that or had anything to do with it. I'll just play like a little bit of it. This is just 100% typical of the gaslighting that these people do. And I'm just so tempted not to even play his voice. We don't even have to listen to him to hear, he so wants to convince, he's so angry that we're not going along with their narrative. Look at the hand movement in the eyes. He's so angry that there's some of us out there that don't believe everything that they say. You know what I mean? Well, but we're not saying that Carolyn had anything to do with it, to be clear. All right, I'll play a little bit of it with his voice.
First claim. And again, we've just taken the ones that have been shared that have reached tens of millions of people at least, because we know that people are going to run with this, just like we saw with completely refuted conspiracies regarding Charlie Kirk. I'm not saying we have all the answers. What I am saying is that some people make claims, and we have the definitive answer that it's a false claim. Does that make sense? Here's the claim. Carolyn Levitt. Carolyn, I don't know, I got to think about that. She's in on it.
He is ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
There it is.
Everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
I love it all. And you wrote most of it, you said.
I can't take credit. In true Donald Trump fashion, the man puts his pen to the paper himself.
So I know what you're thinking. What?
And so now this crybaby clown goes on another 8 or 9 minutes of just crying and pleading and being angry that people have their own opinions. And I played that video yesterday. I never said that I thought Carolyn Levitt had anything to do with it. That's just stupid. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't even have it in my brain to even give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? I don't wish violence on anybody. What I said, and I still mean this. Well, I added to it. I hope that Trump, he could have a stroke for all I care. He could fucking die of a heart attack in office. Hold on one second, guys. That might be my delivery. He can fucking die in office right now, and I'll go eat spaghetti for lunch and not give a fuck. I fucking hate him so much, but I wish violence on nobody. He can get herpes in the mouth, an STD in the fucking mouth from all the hookers that he fucked. I could care less about anything about those motherfuckers anymore. I hate politics. But Steven Crowder he is a paid influencer who gets paid to gaslight people, and he's no longer effective anymore. It's so comical that these people do. And look at him just crying and pleading. Oh my God. And he's just, nobody is saying that. He's saying tens of millions of people are now saying that Carolyn Levitt was in on it. And that, and at the bottom line, what he's trying to do is he's still trying to gaslight people away from talking about the Charlie Kirk assassination. And he is literally one of the first people that had inside information about something about the gun for the Charlie Kirk assassination. Like he had government CIA information. He went on a show about it. So he's just a paid shill. And you'd never, with these people, you never know whether to trust him. Sometimes he probably says things that are truthful, and are very, informative. But this is just him, just a complete unhinged rant of crying and gaslighting and talking with his hands, because that's what he's paid to do. His soul has left his body, and this is him making his paycheck. This is how he feeds his family right here. This is how he cuts his grass and feeds his family and everything else. He's just a complete sellout. Bill C., how are you doing? I just hope people see this, see right through these people. I'm sick of them. Let's just tune into him for one more second.
For Mossad, but here's a leftist example. This was obviously the Jews. This is Suleiman Ahmed.
Leftist example that it was obviously the Jews. See? And that's what it comes down to. It just even playing it for 2 seconds right there. You know what he's all about. He's all about that movement, and Israel, about how Israel, Zionists, TPUSA, whatever label you want to put on those people, that group of people, and they're in the Trump administration too already. Those people who took over our government, our religion, our politics, our education, everything. He's playing cover for them. He's paid by them to throw interference. I mean, that's the bottom line. He's just a lying sack of shit. But I'm just going to move on from him. Trump is talking about somebody being married, his parents being married for 63 years old. And he turns around and tells Melania that, unfortunately, we're not going to make it that far, dear.
She came to America at 19, met my incredible father. We loved him so much. We all loved him. We loved her. We loved him, Fred. And they were married for 63 years. And excuse me, if you don't mind. That's a record we won't be able to match, darling. I'm sorry. Just not going to work out that way. We'll do well, but we're not going to do that well. 63 years. And
he's got King Charles right there. King pedophilia. King pedo. Mr. fucking baby raper himself. But it was a funny joke. I mean, he has rapists on stage with him, but it was funny. Ha ha. That was a good one. I think they indicted somebody from the gain of functions, whatever the fuck that means. I hate when they put things on the internet and everybody repeats the phrase, the Fauci and the gain of functions. What the fuck is a gain of functions? What the fuck is the gain of functions? Can anybody explain that one to me? I hate hearing these terms that everybody pretends they know what the fuck it means. What is a gain of function? And no matter what it means, it's a stupid fucking term. I'm sure they could have came up with something better than gain of function. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, let me just move on. King Charles. His dad, I don't know if it was his dad, but Queen Elizabeth was his mom, right? I don't know if that was both his biological parents, but his dad, what was his dad's name? King Edwards, or I don't remember what his name was. Anyway, Queen Elizabeth's husband, that motherfucker, he came out and said before he died, because he died before Queen Elizabeth, I believe. He came out and said, he was famously quoted for saying, when I die, I want to come back as a deadly virus to depopulate the earth. And then he died and COVID hit. And it was weird because, you know, I've been a conspiracy theorist for decades. And before I even met anybody here on YouTube, back in 2020, and the streets were empty, they even closed those casinos around here, I thought to myself, and I went around and took a bunch of pictures. I have pictures of like empty parking lots, of places that are normally packed, that they did that globally for Queen Elizabeth before she died, to empty the world, empty the streets, for her to see the world the way it is before she goes. It was like a final parting gift to her. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just kind of what I felt. And then she died after, you know, I think she died in like what, 20, I don't know what year she died. It's all crazy shit. But yeah, that was let me see if ChatGPT will verify my Queen Elizabeth's husband. Didn't he have a famous quote, something about coming back as a deadly virus to depopulate the earth? ChatGPT is going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Prince Philip, that was his name, the husband of Queen Elizabeth II. If I were reincarnated, I would wish to be returned to Earth as a deadly virus to contribute something to solve overpopulation. It came from an interview with Duchess Pressier Argentier in 1988. It was speaking tongue in cheek in a dark humor way. Yeah. Well, when he died, a deadly virus hit, and they tried to depopulate the earth with it. So, yeah, I'll show you the. We could probably find the. You are thinking of a quote attributed to Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth. And it's right here. This is his verbatim quote. It says, it's real, but it's almost always taken out of context. The motherfucker said it, okay? Take your out of context, okay? He said it. He said it just like in Goodfellas. He's a big boy. He know what he said. He said it. Anthony, whoa, Anthony. He knows what he said, okay? So, yeah, you can't make that shit up. I don't know why I remember this shit, guys. Like, can you imagine what it's like being in my fucking brain? It's not like I just came across that anytime recently. I've been carrying that knowledge around for a long time. I think I learned that back in 2020, actually, or 2019. And it just fucking just popped out. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with me? And I just got done making 20 Dubai bars. I can make another 3. I got enough to make 3 more, which I'm going to. I'll make dark chocolate. I made 20 milk chocolate ones. So I'm surprised that people still buy those for $20. I had somebody buy 3 of them. I had 2 customers the other day. Somebody bought 3 Dubai bars and a couple other things. And then the other lady that came out, the first thing she wanted was a Dubai bar, but I sold them all. I was sold out. So I made 20. I'll have 23 ready for Friday when I go back out. I would have to eat a Dubai bar if I was making them. Well, I'm not going to lie, Patty. I do eat the inside. I won't eat the chocolate. You know, I don't eat my own chocolate unless it's unless I absolutely have to. Like the chocolate peanuts, I'll eat. You know, if I this happens to me all the time, where it's like I don't have anything to eat, and it's like the, you know, the most healthiest thing that I sell is chocolate peanuts, which is just sad, but so I'll eat some of those. But I will eat the inside part, the phyllo dough and the pistachio paste. It's so good. And you got to be careful because once you start to eat it, and this is why it's such a magical concoction with the social media and why they're so popular. Social media made them popular, but the reason why pistachios are so expensive is because it's a whole protein. It has lysine in it, and lysine is like super beneficial. I take lysine supplements, but if you lack lysine or some other crap and you eat pistachio, you immediately crave it. You want more because your body just is like, oh my God, I need that. So yeah, the phyllo dough. Yep, you gotta bake the phyllo dough. You can buy it baked already, but it's extremely expensive. It's not even worth it that way. So you buy it, you bake it yourself, and then you buy the pistachio paste, mix it together. I gotta mold the bar, put that stuff in there, cover it up with more chocolate, and then I wrap it in foil, put it in plastic, and I have an impulse sealer that seals it off, and then I put a label on top of it. It's a process for sure. Bump it up to 22. I probably should. I'm horrible at raising my prices, but I am gonna raise my apples up this year because I was only doing $5 on my caramel apples, $6 for one topping, and then my special apples are $7. But everything's going up by $1 because they raised my caramel up. They keep raising. Thought shit was supposed to go down. I did hear something interesting today, though. I don't know if it's going to have an effect on gas prices, but I think it's the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. Jason, just tell the story. Don't go off on the fucking sidetrack shit. Apparently, they're leaving OPEC, which I guess is a huge deal. So they can produce and flood the market with as much oil as they want. And he told that to Trump's face. So the leader of the UAE. So I guess that's going to make crypto go crazy and some other markets go crazy. Come to think of it, it probably has a lot to do with poly market. But hopefully, I don't know if it does, if it's going to have I don't give a fuck what it takes. Just please, for the love of God, lower the gas prices. If there is a God, I'll lower the fucking gas prices. Do us all a favor and shut up. I need to. You ain't kidding. That's some funny shit thing to do. I needed to hear that, actually. Shut the fuck up already. Well, I did tell myself to shut up already once this morning. Man, I am so sick of spending money, I tell you what. But I'm glad I got it all done. Everything's paid for. I called the health department yesterday and I said, hey, you guys sent me an invoice. I applied for the permit. It's $315. The invoice due date says May 18th. Can I pay? She goes, no. She goes, you don't worry about that date. You got to pay it before. I was like, all right, that's what I thought. So, which meant I had to pay it before Saturday. Then I got an email yesterday. Oh, you got to have your insurance submitted by midnight on Wednesday or you can't do the market. Boom. So I had to take care of that. That's done. I'm good. I'm golden. The only thing I got to worry about now, which is not a worry, it's just in order to get the official permit, the health department comes out and inspects you. So I got to make sure I have my bleach bucket and the hot water stations on point and everything's just basically clean. I already spent an entire day was that either Sunday or Monday. I scrubbed out all my coolers, scrubbed out all my water jugs. Because, you know, when you're selling lemonade, you want everything to be clean. No one's going to fucking want to buy from somebody that has a dirty fucking cooler they're pulling their ice out of. I make sure I bleach it. I make sure it's like nice, and it's not brand new looking because it's 2 years old now, but it's very clean. Put it that way. You can't get them perfect. I'm just fucking rambling about stupid shit, guys. I'm sorry. Joe, one of the owners told me about the three-eyed bass. Damn. The three-eyed bass. I have a question. Does Mama Thing do like Bobby Darin? Gotta love Bobby Darin. Who doesn't like Bobby Darin? I love Bobby Darin. Let me see here. I don't know what Tommy's problem is with The Godfather every day. I mean, mix it up already. You think you got to play The Godfather every day, huh? Even when it's Pink Floyd, we got to do The Godfather. Jason, just shut up. Okay.
Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. A girl to hold in my arms and know the magic of her charms. 'Cause I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Dream lover, where are you? With a love oh so true, and the hand that I can hold, feel you near as I grow old. 'Cause I want a girl to call my own.
Speaking of my own, no, I don't do my own shells on the pistachios. I've actually went through 3 5-gallon buckets. Those are like $488 a piece. And then I'll say 15 to 20 cans, which are over $100 each, of pistachio paste. I don't know how many pistachios that would take. I don't even know where I could find that many pistachios. So you're talking 15, and they're 7 pounds each of those ones. I mean, and those ones are, you're talking hundreds and hundreds of pounds, probably like 300 pounds of pistachio paste that I went through.
I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Someday I don't know how, I hope she'll hear my plea. Some way I don't know how, she'll bring her love to me. Dream lover, until then, I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do, till all my lover's dreams come true. 'Cause I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone.
Show you guys something real quick. Good. You get the fuck out of here with this already. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I haven't bought this can for months, the 5-gallon bucket, but it was $488. It was only like barely over 400 when, the first one I bought, then they raised it to 488. Now it's $539 for this can. And I bought 3 of those already for $539, but I only paid $488. These ones started out at $92. The last one I bought just a few weeks ago was $112. Now it's $118. So I bought 3 of those, and these are 35 pounds each, 5-gallon buckets. These are 7 pounds each in this can. And they're $118 each now. And with this one, I can make 7 pounds. I think I can make, I can't remember. I think it's like 45. I think I can make 45 bars, give or take, with one thing. So you times that by 20, that's $900. But that doesn't include the phyllo dough and the chocolate and the time it takes me to make those and the packaging and the labeling and the going out and fucking selling the motherfuckers when you have to get permits and all that other bullshit. It's crazy. Fuck them and their prices. Ugh. That price is crazy, right? It's just wild. And you got to know what you're doing, man. You don't want to buy, you don't want to be like, oh, well, what's this pistachio cream? You know, Jesus Christ, the pistachio cream's more. Actually, this stuff is probably, well, it's 40 pounds. I've never seen this one. I've only used the American Almond Company, and they're based out of New York. I believe they're on, I can't remember where they are. I looked them up. I think they're in Brooklyn, actually. Park Ave. Yeah, I could just go on an entire, I'll tell you my favorite. If you guys want to if you want to make like high end, you can never go wrong with this Peter's Caramel. I wasn't going to say that, but I buy Peter's Caramel. I never bought it off here, but I do buy Peter's Caramel. If you ever heard of Peter's Caramel before, that's what I use for my my turtles. It comes in a 5-pound loaf. And if you get fresh caramel, man, the last one I got, it just cut like butter. It was so soft. Amazing. Love that caramel. There's other caramels out there, but you can't go wrong with that one. What was I going to show you guys? I can't remember now. I bet it costs to ship to pistachio. Well, see, I get free shipping. I know, I try to work the system as hard as I can, for stuff like this, and I'll show you guys my secret. I mean, it's no secret. It ships free with Plus. And so, you get a free trial. And I've been using Webstrong for years. You just sign up for their free trial. You get it for 30 days, and then almost everything ships free. So I save lots of money on the shipping. It's only good for 30 days, and then if you use another email, you can get it for another 30 days. And then if you use another email, you can get it for another 30 days. And if you use another email, you get it for another 30 days. And then eventually they reset, and you can go back to using the same emails. I'm not saying that that's what I do. I'm just saying I get free shipping. So, yeah. It saves a lot of money, let me tell you, because the pistachio paste, if I were to buy, let's add one to the cart. Oh, I don't want to go through all this stuff right now. It would be expensive, trust me. It's a lot of money. Someone's at the door. Yep, that's my email. Doesn't sweetened condensed milk turn into caramel? That turns into dulce leche. That's what I use on my apples, which I'm about to start making my own again. I tried once, and I didn't like it. Because yeah, you can turn that into, and I used a Instapot. I used my Instapot to do it, but I didn't like the color and I didn't like the texture. I sold apples that I made with it, but I'd rather just. And the reason I did that is because they were out of stock of the dulce leche that I buy. But they keep raising the price. It used to be only barely over $3. Now it's $4.09 a can. It takes 4 cans to make one batch of apples, of 25 to 30 apples. So, that's over $16 now just for the caramel. Doesn't include the cream, the apples, the fucking sticks, the wrappers. I mean, it never stops. But, and I forgot to tell you guys, I think I've said this before, so I'm raising the price of my apples $1. My plain ones are now $6. My specialty ones, like my apple pie caramel apples, got pecan, cinnamon sugar, white chocolate. Those are now $8. They used to be $7. This lady that I know that sells caramel, she sells hers for $13. And I've been told, I've never had one of hers, but I've been told by people that have had both that mine are better. Especially the price, But to make caramel, like real caramel, I think it's just, it's sugar, caramelized sugar, I believe. I think you can just turn sugar into caramel. I'm not exactly sure. There's different ways of doing it. There's different ways of doing it. What am I making this week? Well, I just got done making 20 Dubai bars. So the events that I have, the tribal admin building on Friday, Maple Valley Farmers Market on Saturday, and a Rock Ridge pop-up event on Sunday. And then I got a ladies' night on Tuesday. So I got 4 events in 5 days. What am I making? Okay, so what am I making? I don't fucking know. I'm doing huckleberry lemonade. I just put a post on Facebook about 10 minutes before I started the show that is huckleberry lemonade season. So I'm advertising that. I just ordered 9 pounds of huckleberries. They're going to be here pretty soon. I'm selling huckleberry lemonade, pineapple mango lemonade, strawberry lemonade, and 4-berry lemonade, which is blueberry, blackberry, raspberry, and strawberry all mixed. So I have all real fruit, fresh squeezed lemonade ready to go. So there's that. I'll be selling banoffee pies, which is dulce leche. It's pie crust, dulce leche, slices of banana, and whipped cream. Those are already made. Lots of strawberry shortcakes, which I just ordered this morning, 120 of my little tins. I don't know if you guys have seen my strawberry shortcakes. I'm sure you have. Let's see here. Here's my huckleberry lemonade. So these are my strawberry shortcakes. I just ordered 120 of the little container things that you bake the cakes in. So I'll be selling those Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then these are my banoffee pies up top here. These are already made. I'll probably make some cheesecakes. Can't sell cheesecakes on Saturday, but I can sell them Friday and Sunday. This lady asked me to make this candy for her. I quit making this candy. It's old-fashioned jelly nougat candy. What's up, Magooch? Sorry, guys. What about toffee to sell? I make some for Xmas, and the caramel cooked a little past softball stage, and then chocolate chips melted on top, then chopped pecans. Yeah, that sounds amazing. And it kind of sounds like my mom's 7-layer bars she used to make. Yeah, no, I do toffee. My buddy works at the Brown and Haley Almond Roca factory down the road. I do make some toffee stuff from time to time, like almond roca bark. Didn't sell too well this year. This lady that I know makes these cookies with toffee on them that are really good. But this old-fashioned, what does huckleberry taste like? It tastes like a. It's in the neighborhood of a blueberry, but way better. Blueberries to me, they're good, but they taste kind of like, I don't know, like grass or plant a little bit. Blueberries are very tart. They're just, it's hard to explain, Nick. Like you in your lifetime, everybody has to try huckleberries. I can't believe I went most of my life without trying a huckleberry, and now that I've had them, I crave them. And it's hard for me to, I don't eat them because they're so freaking expensive and I need to sell them. I do the lemonade, but I also do like huckleberry cheesecakes, huckleberry cakes, all kinds of huckleberry stuff. Yeah, they have 5 times more antioxidants than a blueberry. So they're really healthy for you. But it's like a pistachio. As soon as you eat them, Native Americans it's like they claim those berries around here. Native Americans love huckleberries. So anyone ever heard of horehound candy? What? Yeah, thank you. I hope I do. Is selling cheesecakes on Saturday a religious thing? No. There's a cheesecake. I'm not approved to sell cheesecakes on Saturday at the market. Everything has to be approved. So, but I do got the lock on the huckleberry lemonade. I got the lock on the Dubai bars. I don't know about baked goods. There's a donut person out there, but my strawberry shortcakes and stuff, I think they'll sell really good this year because more people. This is my second year doing it. Last year no one knew who I was, so we got to look this up. Horehound candy. We're gonna look it up right now. Hold on. It's probably pretty good because sometimes things have interesting names. Oh, but let me just finish telling this story real quick. That jelly nougat candy on there, that's marshmallows, white chocolate, and those dots, those gummy dots. Basically, it's like that candy that you would find in the bulk section when we were kids, individually wrapped, that were super hard and would break your teeth. But these ones are really soft and highly addictive. And I don't make them anymore because I just eat them all. But this lady asked me to make her a whole batch of them 2 weeks ago. So I said, I'll do it. And I brought them in for her last Friday. She didn't show up. So they're all gone. And I think I sold like 3 of them. I ate the rest of it. I'm never making them again. I'm just going to tell her no next time. They're off the menu. Horehound candy. Let's see here. Interesting. Let me get rid of this. And it comes from the Morbium vulgare, is a flowering plant in the mint family, native to Europe, Northern Africa, and Asia. Horehound candy is a divisive, old-fashioned treat to try. It tastes distinctly bittersweet and almost medicinal due to its herby main ingredient that gets only slightly jazzed up. Huh. Surely I have seen these before, but I knew nothing about them. Very interesting. Well, we learn something new every day on this show, right? Horehound can't remember it. My grandmother always had some in her purse for church. And the little root beer candies. Yeah, see, I probably tried those. And do they do licorice? They might. Because that's what they look like, the licorice bags. By Clay's. Spreads like mint. Whorehouse probably spreads like mint. Because most people don't like it, right? And don't call me Shirley. That's what I was thinking too, right? Shirley. What was that from? Naked Gun with what's his name? Leslie Nielsen. That was hilarious. I love that movie. Teach, we do learn here. Yes. Whorehound. You learn so much here. Yeah, me too. We all do. Who would have thought that Thindu was going to be the teacher today? We're fucked. How fucked up is the country when Thindu is the educator? Hold on, let me pour a shot of whiskey. Holy shit, that's a lot of whiskey. No, I don't drink. Thindu's going to drive me to drink. We're fucked if Thindu is the educator. No, that was pretty cool. You know, I love old time candy. Let's see here, retro candy. How about this one? $1967. What happened? I don't want to sign into eBay. Are we going to eBay? I guess. You have no fucking show without me, Scribble. Airplane was awesome. Oh, did it come from Airplane? It wasn't from Naked Gun? I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe he said it in both of them. 67. Yeah, there's that number, that freaking number. What do we got here? Oh, the candy necklaces. Red Hots. I still use Red Hots on some of my pretzel rods. Sugar Daddy. I couldn't eat one of those now. My teeth are too fucked up. Turkish taffy. Never heard of it. Got the cigarettes. Pop Rocks are still around. Boston baked beans. Beeman's chewing gum. Bazooka. $80 for that box. I'm good. I don't really think it's worth it. I mean, maybe. Yeah, the candy necklaces are cool. Now, I know you can get those for a lot cheaper than $80. So I don't know how we went down that rabbit hole, but wow, I closed out my X. Hold on, guys. But yeah, that's what I'll be selling today or this weekend. I'm sure and I have some other stuff made too. Chocolate pretzels, chocolate peanuts, fruity pebble bark, the pecan turtles, dark chocolate pecan turtles, chocolate strawberries, of course. Oh, and cupcakes. I've got, I don't know how I'm going to do the cupcakes. I might do the cupcakes at the market. I might give the cupcakes away. I haven't decided yet. thinking about doing free cupcake day at the farmer's market. Nobody knows it yet, but thinking about, because I have probably, it's either 75, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 layers. It's either 75 or 100 cupcakes that I have that I took out of the freezer to make room for all my ice. And so I have to do something with them in the next few days. And I think I'm going to give them away. And then I'll just attract everybody to my stand. So, Chico sticks. I seen those yesterday somewhere. Where was I at? I think a gas station or something. I haven't seen those in a long time. Nonpareils are your favorite? Those are, yeah. Who likes those? I think ALV or somebody. Those are like the snow caps or whatever, right? What about anybody remember the Astro Pops? Those things were deadly. I was addicted to those things, but you'd stab your throat on those things if you weren't careful. Oh, I'm not. Remember these guys? And you start sucking on those things, it turns into a needle point. The Chunky Bar. My mom used to order those or buy those all the time. Snow caps, yeah. Remember the Astro Pops, Patty? Yeah. They had some crazy candy back in the day. Movie candy. Was it movie candy? I could see that. At least you'd be sitting down. I know I've eaten a ton of those when I was a kid. I was so addicted to candy when I was a kid, it wasn't even funny. I like the little ring suckers. Yeah, those were cool too. The ring pops. I bought a bunch of those. You know, I buy candy like when I would do, I haven't done them for a couple of years, but I would do these powwows and stick game 3-day events. And, you know, when I know I'm going to be there for a few days, I can set my stand up really cool. I put like lights around it and all these photo backdrops and stuff. And I would just buy a bunch of candy to give out to the kids and stuff. I sell snow cones. And I always buy the old school candy, Zots. Remember Zots with the little fizzy stuff inside? I think those are still around everywhere. All right, let me get back to what's going on here. Got those 2 clowns on there. I think I have them bookmarked anyway. Not 424, 428. Erica Kurt crying. The little drama welfare queen that she is. The paper with the little dots on them. Oh, yeah, the candy buttons. Yeah. I almost ordered those for something. In fact, I did order them for something. In fact, I probably have a whole bunch of candy buttons now that I think about it somewhere. Somebody was arrested in along with the COVID situation, or are they arrested? They've been indicted.
Former top advisor to Dr. Anthony Fauci now facing criminal charges. This over an alleged cover-up involving research into the origins of COVID. Rich Edson on this story. Intriguing, Rich. What you find out there in Washington?
Now, it is, Bill. The Justice Department has charged David Morins, a doctor, with conspiracy, claiming he concealed federal records to counter evidence that COVID-19 may have leaked from a lab in China, all to help restore a controversial coronavirus grant. Morins, a former aide to Dr. Anthony Fauci, testified before the House's COVID Select Subcommittee nearly 2 years ago about emails he'd sent in February 2021, claiming that he'd learned to make emails disappear after he received Freedom of Information Act requests.
Ever delete or attempt to delete a federal record?
1 million. 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 1 million.
No, but let me explain why. When I came there in 1998, we were instructed to delete emails or to move them into PST files frequently because they jammed the computer.
The Justice Department says Morin's used his personal Gmail account to exchange non-public information. The indictment also claims an unnamed co-conspirator gave Morin's wine for his, quote, behind-the-scenes shenanigans, then suggested he could push scientific commentary in a prominent medical journal advocating that COVID-19 had natural origins. That's a competing claim with the lab leak theory. The indictment says the co-conspirator could also provide meals at top restaurants in Paris, New York, and Washington, D.C. In April 2020, the NIH terminated that BAC coronavirus grant awarded to EcoHealth Alliance, who then contracted the Wuhan Institute of Virology to conduct that research in China. From the start of the pandemic, its president, Peter Daszak, worked to discredit any theory that COVID-19 had leaked from that lab.
Okay.
Bill?
All right. Thank you, Rich.
Well, it's an indictment. Hopefully it turns into something. I got to run off to class. All right. Hey, teacher, thank you for hanging out. Good to see you. Thank you, as always, for coming. I watched you had a short you put out. It was really cool when you were driving. I have to go back and watch it because I only got to see a second of it, but it looked really cool. Teach is peacing out. Yes, she is. Off to class. Lunch and prep. Lunch and prep over. Over and out. Yep. I need to eat something. I haven't eaten all day, but sometimes I try not to eat as long as I can throughout the day. And a day like today, it's going to be until I'll end up eating something stupid. So I can't get to that point. I need to go to the meat market today is what I think I'm going to do. What is today? The 28th. Tuesday the 28th. Good Lord. Summertime. Summer is right around the corner now. The UAE is leaving OPEC, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, is what that stands for, apparently. Now it will have no limits on oil production. Millions of barrels will flood the market. Looks like something extremely bad is coming. I don't know if that's true or not, but Dances with the Wolves star Nathan Chasing Horse has been sentenced to life in prison in Las Vegas for having children as sex slaves, sex abuse, and running a suicidal cult.
Is accused of being a child rapist and a cult leader.
You might remember Nathan Chasing Horse from the film Dances with Wolves. Well, he's facing numerous allegations tonight that he victimized women and children for years. It's a story the 8 News Now investigators have been working on tonight.
Vanessa Murphy obtained details.
Okay, Patty, have a good one. Thank you for coming as well. Take care. Yeah. Better to eat healthy than wait and eat some sugar like I do half the time.
Now from the investigation.
Nathan Chasing Horse is accused of running a cult and sexually assaulting Indigenous girls for years. Sources say in some cases he's believed to have recorded himself committing these crimes, and one alleged victim is as young as 14 years old. Now, police say he lives here in this North Las Vegas home with several wives, and he could have as many as 6. We've learned he's also accused of targeting girls in need, telling them spirits wanted them to have sex with him, and
okay, enough of that one. I mean, and I'm thank God they got that guy. I had no idea that was going on. What the fuck? But if they can arrest him, surely they can arrest, CEOs, politicians, bankers, all those guys. We know who we're talking about. So, everybody that's doing that type of shit should be arrested. And how do you get to the point where he's fucking that far along in the game before he gets arrested as a movie star? No, it just, I don't fucking know. I want to move on before I flip my computer over. This is a little drawn out. I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole thing, but it's just at the state of affairs that we're at right now. It was a fight at a poker table. My buddy's a poker dealer. I'm gonna bring this up to him tonight.
Oh no! Wait, it's an ace 8.
No, flush.
Flush. I know, but hold on. Beating you before that.
Really should have told me to run it twice. That was. Well, you're not gonna like the next news. Good night. EG. Right, see you later.
Sorry.
David, he owes you 300.
All right, you guys, 300.
I feel bad.
No,
John walks
it's
away.
A known thing. I know. What's the difference?
Seems like he's done.
Yeah. But like you also could have just said, "I want to run it once," and then it would have been once.
Yeah. Ohio David wins the bounty
I don't
game.
care about the first board.
I was kidding. Did he hear me?
No.
No, because you played Max Payne Monday. All right, let me go. Here, Connie, deal me out. It's fine.
Favorite, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, ask for the 300 if you're already going out there. Like, I get my 300.
No,
I bought 200,000 this week.
Cowboy John's not happy.
Get the 300.
Twice.
Raver wants to calm things down.
He's like, I didn't know.
It's not your pain. Oh man, he wants to fight him now.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck him up.
The one and once thing is a rule that has existed since Max Payne Monday has, going back several years.
Who said what? Said what?
What's going on here, bro?
Said what? The 300?
You're gonna joke on my expense on the live there when I'm walking away.
Bro, no, it's the button 300. I said it. It's the button 300.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh no.
Let's go. Let's go, motherfucker.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Fuck you, Drew. Let's go, motherfucker.
What's going on?
I don't give a fuck.
Relax.
Hey, you guys. Whoa. Hey, he's done.
We're gonna get my
No.
300.
He's done. You're done. They're both done. No. You gotta pack it up. You're done.
I will, brother.
Huh?
I will. You're allowed to put. Okay. Yeah.
And you are leaving.
Yeah. Let people call me a fucking Jew. Yeah. And I'm done.
Dude, it's just words. It's just words, though.
Brother, not my book.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is sickening, Nick. The last story, just fucking people, man. But this is crazy. This story is crazy because it's going to play out more and more and more. He called him a Jew, you fucking Jew. And then the dude put hands on him and, pushed him down the steps, and now they're both getting kicked out. And the guy's like, well, he can't be calling me a Jew. And he's like, it's just words, dude. I almost feel like this is a setup, like it's just staged, because they're just gaslighting the public, the American people, into being anti-Semitic. Does any normal person, I don't know about you guys, but I'll say I'll be just try to be funny and we'll repeat like the Goodfellas or something, you Jew motherfucker. I do that all the time. That's just me, just trying to be funny. But I don't ever in real life, I have never went up to somebody and disrespected. I don't even know who's Jewish or not. I don't even know how to tell. So I don't even know if that's a real thing. Fuck you, you Jew. I've never said that to somebody, ever. I don't even know how maybe that's a thing like in other parts of the country, like over on the East Coast. I don't know. I just don't, it just doesn't seem real to me that that's even a fucking thing. I just feel like they're just trying to gaslight everybody by staging something like that, maybe, or maybe it's real. I don't know. I'm just going to ask my buddy, like, who's a poker dealer in Arizona, what, I don't know. I'm just going to ask him, like, has he came across anything like that? I just feel like we're going to hear more of that stuff. You used to say it to your Jewish friend and he didn't care. Yeah. So why is it such a big deal now? You're right. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like out of this whole little ordeal that just went on here. Like the main takeaway was that he called him a Jew. That's what they wanted us to know. And I just don't buy it. You know, I don't think anybody hates Jewish people. I think they want us to believe that, but it doesn't even make any sense to me. It's just weird. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. This guy is Rocky from the Golden Nuggets, climbed up on a ladder and made some crazy shot.
You can do it!
Man, I don't care who you are. Getting up on a ladder that high in a stadium like that has got to be scary as shit, especially when you could throw the ball. Because, you know, you get your hands over your head like that. I'm good. I don't think I'm doing that. It wouldn't be the you know what I mean? I just feel like it's not that you just would, the chances of getting hurt. I don't know. I'm going to move on. Let's see here. This dumbass, this is the guy that goes around thinking he's cool, calling black people the N-word, and says it's because he gets freedom of speech. Well, he got kicked off of Kick, and now he's on some stupid-ass website called pump.fun, and he says he's going to stay over there. Well, you stay over there, you dumb motherfucker. Nobody cares about you. Nobody likes you. And nobody even knows what pump.fun is, you fucking dummy.
I am Pump Fun exclusive. I need to probably just change my bio. You know, I'm only streaming on Pump Fun. I am Chud the Builder. I am only streaming on Pump Fun. As of now, we got everything figured out. Stream looks good. I've got the chat running. There's actually no reason for me to go anywhere else right now. Shoot the thing to 1 million. Creator rewards are paying my bills. They're funding the movement, keeping free speech alive on Pump Fun.
Sucks to be you, dude. You know, maybe you should just come up with another. There must be something better, another gimmick for this guy. You know what I mean? Ride mechanical bulls or lasso cows. You know, line dance, something. You know, you look like a cowboy. Do something like that. Going around calling black people the N-word is going to get you killed. He's probably already dead and doesn't even know it yet. That's how you get exactly. And you know, I don't know if have you seen that guy, Nick? Do you know who I'm talking about? Have you seen his videos? He is the dumbest motherfucker ever. And then he tries to claim it's because black people bully us, bully white people. And he is protecting his right of freedom of speech by going around and calling people that did nothing to him the N-word. It's just fucking retarded. And so he got kicked off of this website called Kick that a bunch of those young people live stream from because he's such an asshole and he violated their policy. Well, yeah, I mean, he's just a fucking idiot. I'm going to move on. A tweet from Trump. Iran has just informed us that they are in a state of collapse, that they want us to open the Hormuz Strait as soon as possible as they try to figure out their leadership situation, which I believe they will be able to do. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Who knows what that means? Sounds like a complete crock of shit. I gave up on the whole war thing. Baron Coleman made a good point. Trump posted the footage of Cole Allen and the associated gunshots within an hour or two of the event. That shows it's possible, proper, and legal to release such footage. Why can't we see the footage of Tyler Robinson and the associated gunshot? It's been 7 months. So Baron Coleman's just making a point that, basically they're just covering up the Charlie Kirk assassination. I believe today Erica Kirk will be a guest on the Charlie Kirk Show to educate Americans on the dangers of political violence. Right. I mean, those weirdos, that group of the military-industrial complex that killed Charlie Kirk is now wanting to preach to us about the dangers of political violence. Okay. Lindsey Graham saying we need a ballroom. Because apparently now everybody's freaking out that because of that attempted shooting, a ballroom is 100% necessary. And it's all of the people that we don't trust that are saying we need the ballroom. I thought they were already building the ballroom. I don't understand what the whole thing is anyways.
No one's arguing against reevaluating some of the security around the Correspondence Center, but that is a private event at a private location from a private organization. It's not held by the White House, and it had twice as many guests as this proposed ball.
Yeah, and it's hard to hear this lady, but what she's saying is that White House Correspondence Dinner was a private event, and it held over 1,000 people. The ballroom only holds like 500, so they possibly could not hold the White House Correspondence Dinner in the ballroom anyway. So what the fuck are they talking about? They need the ballroom for, is what she's saying.
Ballroom would hold. So why do you find it appropriate to link these two events so closely?
Well, I find it appropriate if you're going to have the President of the United States, the Vice President of the United States, the Speaker of the House, and half the cabinet in a room, the room matters. And the idea that you can't do this in the ballroom will be up to the Correspondents Association. It is insane to do this again. Anybody who suggests that we have an event like this in the times in which we live in a facility like Hilton, that's crazy. We're going to have to accommodate the times in which we live. And Eric, you nailed it. There are people out there that are nuts, being driven to take up violence is an acceptable outcome in too many people's opinion. So no, we're going to build this facility, and I would suggest to the next president, don't go to the Hilton. Don't do an event at the Hilton or any other facility outside the White House, given the times in which we live. The problem is you don't have a choice. We're going to give people that choice. And if you want to vote no, vote no. I want you to go home and tell the American people why you take off the table an option to have 1,000 or 2 people come to the White House grounds, the safest place we can find, to enjoy themselves. And underneath, there will be things that are not about enjoyment, but about national security. There'll be a Secret Service annex to it. So the need is real.
Yeah, I don't even know why I played that video. Does anybody trust anything, one word that guy says? Neon was left uncomfortable after this woman in Jason Derulo's home was trying to groom him by touching him inappropriately. I have no idea why I'm playing this video.
But anyways, keep going. Come here.
Okay.
It's okay.
Group hug!
No, it's okay. Jason, come here.
I'm just a little sweaty, so I just don't.
He's scared.
Oh, my butt.
Yeah,
Let's get you washed up, my boy.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna go wash up later. Yes, more.
Okay.
We're gonna go.
Okay.
It's colder, right?
You'll be fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Okay. We'll make it happen. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Jason, he's so scared.
Hi.
You're okay, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Don't be scared. Jason, he shouldn't be scared, right?
I think he's all right. Yeah, you
He's
good?
okay.
Yo, Kevin, help me out over here.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm gonna go say hi to my friend real quick. Can I say hi to my friend?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm a little sweaty. My brother.
I don't even know who Jason Derulo is. Yeah, he's scared, right, Nick? I think is Jason Derulo like a singer or rapper or somebody? He's got a cool fish tank at his house. I don't know if I saved that video or not, but there's a shark tank that they were standing on. Here's another video where you don't have to play by television. You can just watch these two clowns just talk nonsense with their hands. These guys are are really the dumbest motherfuckers to ever live. I swear. They are the Amway. It's the, what were those people that did the movies? Siskel and Ebert. These are the fucking retarded version of Siskel and Ebert. They're just they do the Charlie Kirk show. Charlie Kirk's dead. They sit there and this is what Charlie would have said. This is what Charlie said. Nobody voted for these people. Nobody likes them. And they're complete. It's complete hypocrisy. This is the most racist company of all time.
Just stop opining on public events because your brain is too cooked by television, by movies, by memes you read on the internet to think rationally about things.
Listen,
period.
Yeah, I understand COVID. That was a whole like op. I get it. The Russia hoax op. I get there's reasons to be distrustful and to hold elected leaders' feet to the fire. I'm all on board with that. But for real, if you are going to assume that everything is the freaking Jews or everything is some staged 5D chess move and that leftists don't want you dead, I've got about 48 minutes of clips loaded up today to prove you wrong.
It's crazy that they have this is how racist these guys are. And I keep saying this, that Chud the Builder that goes around and calls black people the N-word. You know, they dress him up in a costume to make him look like a redneck, but he's really not a redneck. He's part of the same organization that these guys run with. That they're so racist that they think that, I mean, forget about the blacks for a second. Let's talk about the gays. Okay, they're just going to completely throw the transgenders and those people under the bus and like blame them for all of these shootings. If I was a transgender, I'd be like, fuck you motherfuckers. It ain't us. You know what I mean? Like they're just straight fucking gaslighting. And they're trying to convince us that if you don't believe that there's leftists out there trying to kill you, your brain is cooked. That's literally what their message to us right now.
To prove that you are missing the big E on the eye chart. And I said it before, but I'll say it again. When Charlie was with us, he was not.
Here he goes. Oh, yeah, this is what Charlie said.
Charlie was with us. He was not afraid of the Jews. He was afraid of purple-haired jihadists that wanted him dead. He was afraid of trannies. He was afraid of wild, violent assassination culture that's running amok on the left. And if you can't get it through your freaking head yet, I have nothing for you. To Blake's point, get off the internet. You are cooked. Your brain is toast. Wake up. We have put up with.
If I was the leader in charge and I had like extreme power for lunch today, I would have these two dudes hung in front of me in public. I would eat lunch like at the park and have them hung in front of me while I ate my spaghetti.
Deranged leftists, politicians going to No Kings rallies where they're holding signs saying kill all tyrants, they all must die. We have Hassan Piker saying blood in the streets. We have Destiny saying conservatives should be terrified of being in public.
As people were walking out of this event, they passed people with signs that said kill all of them, death to tyrants.
Death to tyrants.
And those people.
Yeah. So they literally are involved in the cover-up of the Charlie Kirk assassination. It was the military-industrial complex along with some foreign operatives that killed that guy. They blamed it on a fucking tranny lover, as they call it. because Tyler Robinson's boyfriend was Lance Twiggs, a tranny furry guy. And so now everything is the left fault, the purple-haired jihadist. I mean, do you see what they're doing here? You know, Muslims aren't bad people. You know, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know, are there bad Muslims? Yes. Are there bad everybody? Yes. Are there probably trannies out there that want to kill people? Probably, I'm sure. But they're just fucking gaslighting the public, man. I can't stand it. I would fucking hang them. I would hang you, Blake, you fucking faggot. How about that? You want to blame the fags? You're a faggot. How about that, motherfucker? Well, with that, guys, I'm going to end it because I need to go check on my huckleberries because I think they're sitting out there on the porch and get on with my damn babysitting today. I need to get in the kitchen and make sure I got everything going. I think Theendu's on here pretty soon. So I appreciate everybody hanging out. Sorry, it wasn't much of a show today. But Nick and Patty and Hey Teacher and Theendu and Grateful and everybody else that came in, I appreciate it. So, yes, everyone, have a great day. You have a great night as well, Nick. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys soon.